on my channel, and you can look into that. Very briefly, Baathism, as it was originally like, I was gonna say conceived. That's not the right word, but as it was originally formulated, that's the word I'm looking for. Was and it still is a progressive anti-colonial and anti-imperialist movement with a progressive edge. But that doesn't mean that it's particularly socialism, because it rejects the class struggle. There's other complications with it. As for my opinion about Saddam, I've spoken about it in previous things, so please consult that, so we don't take too much time from this.
Yeah, thank you so much. Another donation from Wesley Dos Santos. Do you guys know Domenico Lusudo? Whoops.
Yes.
I don't actually. Oh, you do? Wow,
Yeah.
you did a lot. Now, tell me about that person.
Yeah, Domenico Lacerdo he was an Italian professor, and he wrote extensively. He has a couple of good works. He wrote Liberalism and Counter History. He's written that book that was recently translated on Stalin. I think the English translation is Stalin: A Black Legend, I believe. I read it in the original Italian. I don't speak Italian, so I had to have like a dictionary side by side and like read word by word. It was very painful, but it's a very good work, and I'm glad somebody did a translation of it. You can find it on Southern Marxist's Twitter. He has the PDF link there. Let me say, yeah, but his work is absolutely excellent. If you want something to read from him, you should definitely read his book on liberalism. Basically, he talks about the foundations of liberalism and its philosophical and material origins, and contrasts it with the reality. Like they would talk about, for example, this all-embracing freedom and all that kind of stuff, but its principle, it's emerged from, frankly, very illiberal policies, right? Like it was built on slavery, which arguably isn't very liberal of them. Stuff like that. It's a very, very good book, and he's excellent. He died recently, like a year or two ago. But yeah, so check out all his work.
Yeah, thank you so much. I will have to check that too. Thank you so much. And the last donation from Christian Waterman. As a Marxist-Leninist in the U.S., I feel totally hopeless and full of despair with the state left here, and I want desperately to move to a socialist country. YouTubers like you guys help give me hope and encouragement. Thank you for being you. Oh,
I'm glad we do. I would always argue for these people. I would always say that I understand your frustration, but you need to realize that as a person from your country, you understand the country better than anybody else. So you are best equipped to elicit change and to develop proper analysis of your country. Don't despair too much. Remember that at one point, the Chinese Communist Party was 23 people. Who the Russian Social Democratic Party, like the precursor to the Bolsheviks and Mensheviks, they could fit in a room, one single room,
yeah,
and then they carried out.
exactly.
Don't lose hope.
Don't lose
That's
hope.
my point.
Actually, yeah. Thank you so much. Please stay safe and stay strong. And here's the
Yes.
thing. Um, again, don't lose hope. It's just like 1917, Ho Chi Minh alone read Leninism. 3 years later, there was about 30 people with him in Paris, the first communist of Vietnam, and they even like talk about how to bring Marxism-Leninism into Vietnam, how to bring communism in Vietnam, how to save Vietnam from Paris. And that's why, like, yeah, we were also in the desperate situation, like no hope. We were enslaved. Our whole nation was enslaved for hundreds of years, but we still can do it. So I believe that you can do it too. That's very important. To educate yourself, have your comrades, educate your comrades. And here's the thing. Again, I said, Marxism is a science. So like you, the comrades over there, you have to work together to learn about the material conditions over there and how to make it suitable with your country and how to make it work.
Exactly.
And it's hard, I know, but it's important.
Yeah.
Oh, another super chat
It's all right.
from Austin Cutler. You guys have been so helpful in my knowledge of communist literature. Love you guys. Any favorite and least favorite modern day Marxist authors?
Most and least favorite? I think my most favorite would be
Hey.
Parenti, I would say. Least favorite, God, how long do you have? There are not many that are very good. That's the yeah. I particularly dislike those that had the capacity to learn and be able to contribute to socialism quite a bit, but instead